What's up, everyone? Mic check 1, 2. Ah, man, so much for Rumble. I accidentally put the stream on a different tab, so definitely big L for that part. Gosh, can never be ready sometimes, man. When you really wants to, but it's okay, man. I guess it won't be for Rumble this time. So next time, I will definitely put it on Rumble, uh, on knowledge relationship side. That is. Anyways, so thank you everybody for tuning in. This is your boy M3, and tonight we got something a little bit special. Okay, so before we begin, as always, we gotta play some music real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and then we're going to pull up the musical library. Let me know if it's just to your fitting. I'll play this one real quick. All right, so tonight's subject is going to be called Will Technology No Longer Need Us in the Year 3023? Okay, not 2023, but in the year 3020. Is it 20? Yeah, the year 3023. All right. Oh, what's my son? You know what? I'm starting to think this is like a traditional pattern because I'm telling you, we have stuff prepared, but then it's like, when it's time to go live, like, it just doesn't go right sometimes. But hey, man, it is what it is. So, anyways, so, you know, I do have some questions to oppose, right? About technology. Now, in today's, like, society, technology is just growing. It's growing bigger, it's growing wider. Okay. You have a lot of, automated sources that actually does like the work for you, pretty much. And the thing is like it's at a point where it's like, okay, well, what's the point of needing like human hands in the future? So when it comes to technology, things are just building up, and it's growing at a rapid pace where it's no longer going to need like human beings. And I think we're setting ourselves up for failure when it comes to building those type of brands. Now, here's the thing. I may think like, okay, how will technology pretty much overthrown, okay, in the future? How would it be so powerful that humans will be obsolete? Hold on for just 1 second, okay? Sorry, we was having technical issues, but look, as we get more people in, and hopefully we get more people to chime into this. Now, I do also understand that tonight there's going to be a celebration for Kevin Samuels like at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So I do know it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be tuning in to be like watching. I guess some of the best like moments of Kevin Samuels. Again, rest his soul to him. And I probably will take the time to like tune in for myself. So again, we will be starting at 6 o'clock. Going forward because your boy got to get some sleep and got to make sure that he gets 8 hours in. So, anyways, all right. So, shout outs to the people who are taking the time to watch. I guess I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up the questions and give you my points. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And if you guys are watching, leave a comment and let me know if everything is good, if the sound is okay. But in the meantime, let me go ahead. I'm going to pull up my notes. All right. So again, all right, as more people come up there, we're gonna definitely have an interaction on this. But look, what will the world will be like without humans? Okay, Like without human, like okay, so when technology surpasses human beings, you know what I mean? Like where I mean, where will we go? Basically, like I mean, we the ones who built technology up, by the hands of human beings. But it could be a scenario like, I Robot or some of the other like robotic movies where you built something and then like it tries to overthrow you. Like the recent movie called Megan. Okay, robotic doll-like figure, um, too intelligent, too smart for own good, but was very strong and powerful. I mean, it's a robot. How can you fight a robot that has like pretty much like strength for steel? You know, but and having like the most like best intelligence beyond like human capacitation. So if you start making those type of products and then they get too smart for our own good, are we going to have like a delete switch, when technology gets too out of hand? But for business, corporations, I mean, there's already a lot of, people that is like, um, being laid off because of technology. And because of that, like, hey, like that's what it is. Salutes to Stan Joseph. Thank you for tuning in, Stan Joseph. If you want to come up, Stan, let me go ahead and get the air horn ready. Stan, if you want to hop in, like definitely let me know. I sent the StreamYard link inside like our group chat, so feel free to pop on by. Cause like I need somebody to help me, like answer some questions about technology. So, and again, so just to be sure, like, hey, people are getting laid off already. So what would the year 3023 would be like? Okay, that's a whole decade from now. And with sources like ChatGPT and all the other like super like AI stuff or whatever. He said, "Okay, I'll get my tablet." All right, cool. Salute, brother. So you have all these things that's going on. Like, I mean, it's putting other companies out of business. Like, do a lot of people go to the library now these days? That's my question. Because the library used to be a source where you get all the information that you needed. The only limitation is laziness. Because how often will people want to make a drive or make a walk just to go to the library just to get some information? So now you have the information all in your cell phone. Hey, I mean, you don't even really need a computer. You know what I mean? You don't need a desktop or laptop to search for information. You get it mobilely. So anytime if you want to look up a definition of a word, if you want to look up how to make money, there's been people, okay, and I've seen videos where ChatGPT, okay, matter of fact, let me show this off real quick. Where ChatGPT pretty much taught a person how to make a meme coin, and he made like $22 million off of that meme coin. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a screen share. All right. And I know a lot of people are probably familiar with this because people they use this type of technology as well. But this is ChatGPT. Okay, like you could pretty much do whatever that you want to do and get the ultimate information source at your fingertips. ChatGPT is not the only source where you can kind of go to get information, but I'm just putting it out there because hey, if you want to type in and just say like, hey, like well, in this version, anything beyond 2021, I believe, is when you'll get. Well, anything that's not beyond 2021 is when you get your information. So you could say, let's say, for instance, um, how to make money on YouTube. Okay, so you have different models, right? You have the model 3.5, okay, where it has like good reasoning, faster speed. We have ChatGPT 4 that could give you more accurate information, but slightly slower speeds. Okay, but I'm gonna go with GPT-4 because it's the latest one, and of course it is very limited. You only get like at least 25 messages for every 3 hours. But I want accuracy, so I'm about to go ahead and play this off. All right. So as you see, you asking a simple question, and it's telling you making money on YouTube involves a combination of creating compelling content, building an audience, and then monetizing the audience. And here's a step-by-step guide. Okay, so it shows you pretty much step-by-step guides. It tells you, hey, like these are ways that you can make money, how to get started. Again, it shows YouTube partner program. You got to reach the threshold of 1,000 subscribers to get started, but you also got to have 4,000 watch hours over the past 12 months. Channel memberships. If you have at least 30,000 subscribers, you can enable channel memberships. Well, actually, maybe that was back then, but I want to say you have to have 30,000 subscribers to enable channel memberships. Unless there's something else that, I'm not really understanding. But YouTube does constantly change deposits. And remember, this is information based off of 2021. But if I click here into web access, because you do have to install Chrome's, right? Chrome extensions. And with Chrome extensions, okay, let's say I go to web access. Now I'm unlocking web access, and I'm about to ask them the same questions, okay? So let me go ahead. I'm going to delete this, okay? Still selected to GPT-4, but also keep in mind too, in order for you to unlock this, you do have to pay $20 a month. However, you do have Microsoft Bing that also uses ChatGPT-4. Okay, they use their modules, and right now it is absolutely for free. Except that, ChatGPT-4 is still like the main base, still ahead of the game. Where you could actually save stuff in. Now, I'm gonna bring in the homie Stan, and before I even get into this, salutes to Stan. I gotta give a super warm shout outs to, where is it? Because I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. But when the raindrops fall from the skies, okay, there's money ringing along with it. First, let me give a shout outs to She Stole My Thunder. Thank you, She Stole My Thunder. Oops. Wrong one. Thank you, She Stole My Thunder. She says, I'm here reporting from 3023. All AI overlords are demanding. The robots are just so wonderful. Shout outs to 100 Watts. He says, we're going to be living on Mars on 3023, right? Shout outs to Elon Musk. I think he's trying to take us to Mars. Well, either us or his people to Mars. He says, ask the AI, what would it take for humans to live on Mars, right? But first, I gotta sincerely give, and I'm gonna get to your stand real quick. I gotta give you my thanks. Okay, She Stole My Thunder for this awesome $5 donation. Okay, she says, let's appease the metallic overlords. Oh my gosh, right? So She Stole My Thunder. I'm glad that you drop in a super chat because I have something special for you. In courtesy of B-Eazy Dat Dude.
Your viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture. Appreciate the donation. I can't thank you enough.
I'm rich, bitch!
Thank you again so much for the donation. Much love and appreciate it. So Stan the man, how you doing, sir? Calling in, Stan the man. What up, brother?
Hey, what's up?
Okay. All right, now I can hear you, Stan. You know? What's up, man? How you doing?
Good evening, everybody. I'm doing pretty good. What's up, 100 watts? What's up, She Stole My Thunder?
Yes. Shout outs to the ones who's tuning into the building. And 100 watts had a question to ask. Oh, she also says, Stan the main man. That's right. Thank you for coming up, man, because you know we're talking about technology, man. Like it's time to take a break, man, from this like the usual men and women versus topics, the same old boring shit, you know. So you know we're here to give.
It's not boring. Well, look, AI has plenty to do with it, though.
Say again.
You know that, right? AI gonna have plenty to do with the men and women stuff that's coming up soon.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, I already know they're gonna be putting in the work, man. Like you know, covering with a whole bunch of stuff like that, you know. But you know, it just good to kind of like you know refresh sometimes because I know you know it could get a little toxic sometimes, man. When we're focused on too much on the usual topics and. I want to just give like the audience like just something good tonight, you know, something that could probably maybe help them make them some money, you know, in the future though. So that way, as it continues to ring again, right? You know what I mean? She stole my thunder. Use the technology to help you make more money, so that way you guys continue to help out by donating. Okay, more super chats and making it rain some more tenfold. Okay. Look, we all know boys have cooties, okay? Look. I don't know, man. That might be a debatable discussion, right? Who has the most cooties, though, boys or girls? I'm not for sure. Or Americans or Canadians. I'm not for sure about that as well, too. And oh my gosh, we got another super chat in the building. Oh my gosh, look. Okay, shout outs to the sophisticated jerk. You know I'm going to have to be playing this as well. So shout outs to the donation. Thank you.
Appreciate the donation. I can't thank you enough.
I'm rich, bitch!
And again, as a reminder,
your viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture.
again, salute to sophisticated jerk, you know, and again, she stole my thunder. Thank you guys for the donations. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you. And then also shout outs to Lady E as well. She says, what's down? Okay, or what's up? But anyways, what's up back to you, Lady E. You know, thank you for tuning in. And everybody, please make sure you guys get the likes up as well, too. It definitely helps. Especially with the super chat donations. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish the show, Stan. I'm sorry. Hold on, Stan. We got
No problem.
We got another super chat donation, right? And you already know this is from the big homie, okay? From one brother to another brother. Real recognized real. Kings of Dreams in the building, all right? He says, salutes, big up on being monetized. Thank you so much, Kings and Dreams. We definitely came a long way. But now it's your turn for me to give you my fair, proper shout outs. So let's go ahead and bang.
Appreciate the donation. I can't thank you enough.
I'm rich, bitch.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for donating. Look, you know, $5 plus another $5 plus another $5 adds up, you know. So thank you guys for your donations, like, you know, your super chats. It's definitely well appreciated. So, and shout outs to RT, Miss Ruby. Thank you for tuning in, Ruby Dog. Appreciate you. Salutes King, salutes back to you. And she stole my thunder, says, no, boys, especially American boys, have plenty of cooties. It is in the manual. Them the rule. Oh, sorry. She says, them the rules, right? I don't know, man. Look, if I look at the rule book and it says made in Canada, we're gonna have a conversation. She stole my thunder, all right? But yeah, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. And anybody else that do want to come up onto this topic, I'm definitely going to shoot the link to you guys. So I'm going to do that right now. The link will be posted, and I will also pin it up there to the top. So again, thank you. Let me pin this up right now. All right, so Stan, hey, my bad. I know you didn't get a chance to really speak because, like, you know, it was raining super chats. You feel me? Maybe I might have put rain, you know, remix that. You know how they say raining man, but raining super. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Stan.
It's raining money. Hallelujah. It's raining money. Oh yeah. Give me the bitcoins, the dollar bills. And this pocket change too.
Ooh. Right? So, yeah. Feel free to come up into the panel so we have a discussion, because we're you know, the main premise is that will we no longer be in need of the service of technology that we build? Will technology pretty much disband all human existence by 2023? Gotta think about that. What you think, Stan?
I think not, because it's not the first time we deal with the Industrial Revolution, right? I think things have gotten back to Industrial Revolution. If anything, this is going to make us look into trade school more as opposed to college. There's going to be less interest in college and more into certificate programs and more into being a worker bee. I mean, that's the possibility of what could happen. Like, your degree is just a degree, and that's it. Because what really matters is somebody got to work the machines.
True that. But here's the thing, right? You know, pretty soon, you know what America's trying to do? They're gonna start building robots, right? You know, that's gonna do all the work for them, because the goal is to pretty much get rid of as many employees, paid employees, as much as possible. It's gonna be, you know, legal slave labor. Okay, and it's going to be so righteous because you're using robots. Because you're using robots that doesn't come with, you know, natural feelings. So when you have robots that don't have feelings, yet,
yeah,
okay, before they start adapting into our culture, you know what I mean? But I gotta give a shout out to Mimsy Limbs. Salute to you, Mimsy Limbs. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated, Mimsy Limbs. Wanja Wash says, look, rich people are going to always find something for brokies to do. She says, bada bang, that like button. Yes, definitely. Bada bang, that like button. Please get the likes up. But Wanja Wash also says, but there's going to be a premium on handmade human craft items like furniture. Well, see, Roger Watts, right? Look, we're talking about, like, you know, the future right now. I think you're still stuck on the present, which soon is going to become the past. And the thing is, for now, okay, they're going to need the poor people to do some of the manual labors until technology starts to overthrow them. See, this is my theory, okay? I'm gonna play this again, all right? So by theory, that's what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna try to get rid of all the workers as much as possible. But then after that, right, what's gonna happen is that those robots gonna start developing human emotions. They're gonna get all robotically emotional. Then what they're gonna do, they're gonna be like, hey man, like, you know, we're so smart, we're so perfect, we don't really need our bosses to tell us what to do. Then they're gonna overthrow them. You know what I mean? Maybe not delete them. I'm not for sure what they're gonna do, but it's gonna be like a iRobot-ish catastrophe, in other words. And then by that time, okay, like robots is going to start developing their own type of utopia. You know what I mean? I know I'm going far off, and I know some of y'all probably think I'm smoking, but I don't smoke. Okay, I just have a big.
But how far off are you going? Because it's not really far off.
You think it's not far off? You see?
It's not.
Look. I give about a decade. Okay, the year 3023. That's.
I'd say half than that. I say half. I say less than half. It's less than half because this is why, right? One, you already look at you already got robots giving out parking tickets. You already got you already got the police force. I don't know what they want to do with robots start shooting people. We got facial recognition everywhere. Right? You already have, I mean, there's things that we already have that we didn't know that was like, we're like Star Trek and the Jetsons. You can talk to your phone, you do iChat, even this stuff that we're doing now, there's no wires, there's nothing, everything is through the air. So there's signals and everything else. So we're already there, right? It's going to be certain countries like that's going to be left out. Now that's the part that we have to be worried about because not every country is like America. And that's the part of like, we become so arrogant that we think everybody's doing what we're doing. And that's not true.
Okay. Let me ask you this question, Stan. All right.
Okay.
So, all right. I'm kind of surprised, right? Because, you know, most people probably won't even give it 50 years from now. Wait, that's a 50. I'm sorry. Not. And then, you know, I said a decade. I meant, sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying less than a decade.
Yeah, see, I didn't even mean to say a decade. I meant to put like 1,000 years from now. You know what I mean?
1,000? Dude, we're already here.
I'm saying decade. I meant to say 1,000, but that's okay. I don't know, man, because like I get what you're saying, but it's like you're saying 50 years from now, man. Like it's gonna take like a couple hundred years, though. You feel me?
But okay, I want to challenge your thought on that. This is why. Okay. I want to challenge your thought on this one, right? Where we were in 2019, we never thought we'll be at this place now. It took a shutdown for us to have all this. While we were like, you know, some of us, we did work. The jobs that robots can't work. But the prideful jobs that people were like, well, you know, I'm a blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting down and I could do this and that. Well, I think those jobs more going to be in trouble because when a robot could do your desk work easily without an email and knock that stuff out. I mean, those. I mean, you don't look at college a lot differently because it's like college is going to have to be a return investment. So nobody's really going to go to college sitting down thinking about like, hey, we're going to like the world's going to slow down and go back to normal. Nothing has gone back to normal. So now when you go to college, you're really going to have to like, what's your degree and don't waste my time because I'm not going to take no more science classes or whatever. I need this degree in a year and a half to get me a job and that's it. and I'll pay you back when I get a return. I mean, that's what we have to go towards, because like I said, we're going right back into our grandparents' age, because I don't think our parents was doing this stuff. But you know, everybody's working for Pacific Bells, or you know what I'm saying, there was like industries that was bringing in money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's working these creative jobs that we've been living in for like almost 100 years, right? Like, hey, I go around and I get butterflies, and I could buy a house for $350,000. Like, those days are going to be gone now. So you're going to have to go back into something that's going to be more realistic, that's going to bring in money to sustain. It's a possibility because we've done this before already. We're unlike robots. We don't need to be programmed. We adapt to change. So like right now, you have a McDonald's and a Taco Bell that has 0 employees that could take your cash, that could take credit cards, that could take your EBT card and get your order done. There is is there in front of us. They can tow your car with a flatbed, a little skateboard robot. They can just go ahead and tow your car. Now, however, I'm going to say this with a word caution. I'm not going to name those cities, but any city that got Martin Luther King Boulevard, are those robots going to survive?
What is that, like every inner city? Yeah. Yo,
I'm just saying, because we got something. Because Sophisticated Jerk, I kid you not, them little scooters and them little bicycles, they've been found in the lakes. The little driverless cars, people been taking those cameras off of it, taking out the batteries, the tires. I mean, there's nobody's driving this. They could like topple it. And you know, people who just mind our business. Cause we know you got a gun or not. We just like, oh, get us out of here. Cause we could drive our own car and like drive. But them driverless cars, they're getting robbed. So, so I'm just saying, I don't know how those machines are going to survive, you know what I'm saying, with anything with Martin Luther King Boulevard, any city with Martin Luther King Boulevard, so, or Malcolm X Plaza. I'm just saying.
That was a good saying right there. But you said Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, because you already know any city that you go to, I don't care how nice the city is. Anytime you go to a Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, man, I just say, man, many blessings to you, man, on the survivor team. But Sophisticated Jerk, man, thank you for tuning in, and also thank you again for the donation.
Oh, no problem, man. Nah, I was listening to y'all talk. So you said what, M3, about 1,000 years?
Yeah, you know
and my man Stan said a decade.
I thought I was being.
No, I said less than 5. Less than 5.
You think, man? I say about 100, man, because that technology got matured a little bit. But yeah, about 100 years is a wrap for humanity.
Oh man,
it's about to be dark out here.
See, I thought about putting like 100, but I was like, you know what? Let me just put like, let me just add like an extra 0 into it, right? Because I'm thinking about, all right, well, by then, we're gonna be so far off into like the future, like. I'm thinking like the human race is going to just be extinct at this point. But no,
this is why I said less than 5. I said less than 5. This is why. You ready for it?
Wait, less than 5
They're already federal government.
Or minus 5 out of 100.
I said less than 5 years. This is why I want to say less than 5 years. The government already gone to cryptocurrency, right? That's number one. They did some federal stuff now. I want to thank all the 304s that keep on saying cash at me, cash at me, cash at me. And now you went ahead and just ruined the money for everybody else, right? That's number one. Number two, if you pay for anything in cash right now, there's already a coin shortage, number one. And number two, some people can't even break the change without, you know what I'm saying? They don't even understand like a quarter means 25 cents. Literally, like I bought something and it was like $11.05, right? And I gave him $12. He gave me $1 back because he's like, I don't know how to break it. And I'm just like, okay.
Huh?
So give me 95 cents back. He don't know how to do it.
Like he don't know how to count you. That's what you're saying. Like
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't know how to count the money. There's like we've been for this generation. We're not looking at Generation Z. I mean, everything for them been like moneyless, and we're looking more into that more and more. And they're used to not engaging with people because things get delivered to you, things get dropped off. You don't even know how the world works. So when you look at that, I have to say less than 5.
okay.
It's
All
less
right,
than 5. More stuff is happening.
Yeah, I think
This is not the only thing that's happening.
But the
Yeah,
way
I think
how
it's becoming more efficient. Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead. Sophisticated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no, I think it is becoming more sufficient because, like Stan was saying, you know, you're going to McDonald's, man, you got all those kiosks and stuff like that. I know they got them in Taco Bell, but I mean, when you talk about like robots doing, you know, the thinking jobs and stuff like that, that's why I think, you know, it's gonna take some time. But definitely like those labor positions, like you talk about assembly line, yeah, they could get robots to start doing that stuff. But yeah, now I'm seeing more change things up in the gas stations and stuff, Stan. So yeah, they try to help them people out with that.
Yeah. Shouts again to Big Riggs. She stole my thunder. Says the baseline for a robot takeover is already there. How many cashiers have already lost their jobs because of self-serve checkouts? And then Big Rigs want to make sure to give another shout out to the panel and the people in chat because Big Rigs is in the mofo building. You know what I mean? So shout out to Big Rigs. If you want to come up, Big Rigs, the link is pinned to the top. Yeah, okay. Like, here's the thing. Like, all right. I'll be fair. Maybe 1,000 years was a little bit too much. But I'll give it by like either like 100 or 200. 200 should probably be almost official, but 5 years, no, that's too short. You know what I mean? 5 years, I mean, like yes, like
look, no, it's look.
Stan got me nervous. I'm about to start drinking according to Stan.
Like, sort of, when I show my kid a laptop, you know what she says? She said, "Oh my God, the dark times. That's a dinosaur. Everything is tablet." She like, "What's this stuff? What's a computer?" They looking at that stuff like what? Like I have to, you know, this stuff don't pick up stuff in the air easily. Like there's no Wi-Fi. Like I gotta plug it in. Like I put electricity. It's, you know, for this generation, they're looking at stuff like, what is this stuff, right?
What
it's already here. When you do like look, when I put gas in the car, they're like, well, we're gonna get a Tesla. It's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap. We're holding on to stuff.
Hey, if you're
every time she see a horse poop, you know what she says? I'm getting a Tesla. It's not the horse's fault. The horse is alive. It got to poop. But you know what? These new humans, they like, guess what? We don't want none of this.
Hey, I mean,
and she's a generation that like they get their medication on the patch. She get her better, you know, vitamins on the patch, melatonin's on the patch. I mean, this new generation, it's like, you know, she don't even call her toys toys. She call them STEM. Okay, this is for STEM research, and I just like, it's a doll, but okay.
Yeah.
Yo, man, if I give her cash, she said, "Can you just put it on my card?" I'm like, dude, it's a wrap, man. They're not.
She says, "Damn machines need protection," and she says, "Good gosh, I had someone give me 70 cents in dimes rather than 2 quarters and 2 dimes."
I told you guys, it's not. And that self cash out stuff at the stores. I'm like, look, if I'm doing your job, I need a discount, and these bags are for free.
And once Ross says, so when y'all gonna stop sounding like old heads, how is it gonna help us? Because Stan making this sound kind of dark, you know.
You're in line.
Look, we started this stuff. Hey, you know what? All of us started this. Hey, look, everybody black and brown who's listening and on this panel, We are the technology age, so that's what I'm going. That was us. We're the ones that made DVDs popular when it first came out. We the ones that made TiVo. We the one that made DVD. What's the thing? Cable on demand. What's that MP3 players? We just like went ahead and killed the music industry. No more DVDs. That's us. LOL, American Online. If it wasn't for us, we've been advancing stuff. That's us. Now we gotta make our money from it.
And all these machines,
but
man, they're gonna come back towards us, man. They're gonna evolve somehow, because man is always, human beings always trying to evolve something. You know what I mean? They're gonna come back, right? They're gonna remember they'll take all that data, right, of what we constructed, what we deleted. They're gonna use that against us. I'm telling you right now, something's gonna happen. Not in 5 years, though, but I'm still going to stand by at least a fair amount.
I'm with you on that, M3. Yeah, I think, man, it's going to turn on us, man. I'm going to start advocating for the old stuff. I'm going to try to bring back, like, Blockbuster, typewriters and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be that old guy that don't want to give up stuff.
Typewriters?
Yeah, I ain't going to go that far.
Man, MacBook was because of us. We had Atari. We're the one that started the computers. Anybody, Generation X, guess what? We started the whole thing. That is it. We're the technology. We're the 1.0 humans. We're the ones. Actually, no, it's not. It's the baby boomers before. It's the younger ones. They're the one that started. We're 2.0. Everybody else is 3.0 right now, or 4.0. But we're the ones. The pagers, cell phones. All of that was because of us. We have to own our technology.
Wait, what's the generation before us? Let's blame them cats. We can't take it for this.
That'd be the boomers. I mean, think about it. Boomers, Star Trek. The Jetsons. We actually live in the Jetson.
The Jetson what?
No, literally, like, when my kids see the Jetsons, you know what she thinks? She's like, oh my God, this must be from the 90s. And I'm like, why you say it's from the 90s? She's like, pretty much everything they doing, we have it here. And I'm like, Lord. Well, I told her, like, no, this was like your great grandmother age. You say, oh my God, did they have slaves? I'm like, girl.
God bless the young generation.
But it's those things, sophisticated jerk. It's technology been here.
Nah, that's true. Because I was even thinking about, like, when you guys were talking about I'm like 5 years, and then but you think about it, drones that are like they using them in war now. It's like long range missiles and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, you might not be too far off, man. Maybe it might be like 20 years or something. Yeah, like remember
that. 20. Look, over. I don't know what we could call it now. The dark times. And it's 2019. There's a city whom we won't mention right now because we don't want to get strike. But it's somewhere around in California, Northern California. They went ahead and they put out drones to make sure the people stay inside their house. So we already got Skynet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Skynet.
So we're already there, right? We already got Skynet. We've already gotten to the place where we're now doing what do you call it? Wetware, which is basically computer tied into humans, right? So we become the cyborg or the bionic man or bionic woman. So we're already there. Like it's there.
I kind of believe you, but I think mentally, man, I'm just pushing it out like 20 years and stuff. trying to buy myself some time and stuff.
You can't, you know why? Because you can't, you know why? Because you got Alexa in your house, and if you have Echo or your phone, it's already here. If you have a brand new car, you just press a button and it just starts up for you, right? When you forgot to unlock your house.
So wait, so what should I say? I said, so basically, you say like, man, like in the next 5 years, sophisticated jerk, you keep riding along with a smart car, You know, you might accidentally piss off the smart car, and the smart car might lock you in, and you know, like drive into an unpleasant area. And hey, look, we definitely don't want that. You know what I mean? or you know, the house may keep you outside until like you learn how to act right. So, you know, with all those smart locks and all that. But I mean,
but M3 and sophisticated jerk, you know about the Roomba, right? The Roomba, the vacuum cleaner.
That's that little one to be roaming the house and stuff. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this is
okay. Two things. Yeah, two things that happened when they discovered about the Roomba. One, allegedly, now this has been on the news already, it's been recording us and taking pictures while it's been vacuuming and collecting information. So we thought this little robot was only vacuuming our floors, but it wasn't.
I can take that because like a lot of technology secretly like take pictures, they record our audio, they show our location. Like if you think about this, even some of the new technology that's coming out where like you could use your phone, cycle around to your house, and your entire like living room space will look like an actual 3D model of it. You know, like lifelike, pretty much.
Yes.
And that's all because of like, you know, all the secret recordings that technology has done. But it's really no secret because they'll make you sign that disclaimer, like, hey, you want to continue on this type of using this type of app, we will take and record and send information. They show you on a long list of the fine print. We just don't read. We just like, look, I ain't reading all this. Let me go ahead and just click on it so I can enjoy my app. Record, do whatever you want to do. So, she saw my thunder says, I think they're even developing cars that drive themselves back to the districts. If you don't make, you know what? Someone made a joke about that. Yeah. You know, they do have like those kill switches or whatever for some vehicles, and they do have the built-in GPS. So you don't make your payments, your car may not be moving the next day.
Oh, you can't hide.
Exactly.
Yeah, my car's a smart car. Like literally, my car knows when I'm ready to go to work at night. It's like, hey, you're going to work, and it automatically does the thing like the GPS on its own. When I'm done with work, it knows like I'm going straight home. If I'm having lunch, it knows like, okay, are you going here today? And it just picks the location for me because it knows my routes. That's the part, and that's without the phone. It's just the car by itself. Your car studies you. Look, you're
not safe anywhere around. I mean, it is a thing. You know, with all this technology that's lurking around, you think it would be more easy to find criminals. Although you do have social media, which is another aspect. Because honestly, I feel like people that's using social media are now like the new detectives. You know, they try to, especially these YouTubers, man. They try to investigate everything. You know, they'll show, hey, like, you know, where you live, where you last ate your Philly cheesesteak, and all that. So you really don't even need no private investigation. All you need is YouTube. Exactly. So
yeah, these people be damn near telling their whole backstory online now.
Right.
I used to do this and I used to do that. I'm like, damn, man, you might as well bring the cops to your house and let them search.
Exactly. Especially like now these days, because you know you got the dumb criminals be like, yeah, man, like, you know, you see me, look, I just stole like 300 pairs of J's, right? I'm gonna post it on social media. I'm gonna let everybody know, right? Mask off, right? This is me. I'm gonna give up my government name, right? Donovan, whatever, right? And then I live on 3366, right? Come find me type of street. And then you'll be surprised, like, damn, how the hell did the cops find me? Hello?
You know, people don't know, like, you can snapshot or you can take or when you send a photo, like wherever you took the photo in and put it through Google, Google gives the longitude and latitude of where you at in that photo. So basically, they can give out your home address. So I always tell people, like, look, if your personality, don't take photos at your house. Just don't do it.
And if you're a cheater, don't use Google. Don't use Google Maps. You're gonna get busted. I'm telling you right now.
Stan better not creep off his route going home. Stan,
Right.
No, I'll just use I'll use a Lyft.
Yeah, look, I gotta work late. My man say call Uber it up.
Now look, no, like I do have I have another phone. That's my dating phone, so it's a different number. Okay. So I keep that for like the crazies I got to deal with.
Oh, you got is it like a
crazies? My bad. The one that present well, the women that present well at the moment, so they have access to that number.
So Stan, you got one of those drug dealer throwaways? You mess around and throw that in the ocean?
Oh no, I got sophisticated. I got that VPN app that bounces. I got the VPN app that bounces.
So I'm gonna use some to the back chat.
Shout out to the VPNs, but and my friend that says, "Yeah, I love taking photos," and I have to read because I'm so far away. I love taking photos, and I've had to remind myself not to take photos of certain things or to not post them on the internet. And then, B-Eazy Dat Dude, shout out to him. He says, "Is Stan a cheater?"
I can't be cheating if I'm single.
Cheater?
I can't be cheating if I'm single. I'm just tasting the merchandise. I'm just tasting the merchandise.
So Stan
I'm in Costco right now. No, I'm in Costco right now, just tasting samples.
Wait, you said Costco take some samples?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's what. Oh, you're at Costco.
Hey, Stan, them samples turn into a whole meal. You keep eating too many of them.
Hey, but shout outs to the Costco samplers, though, man. Look, like sometimes, man, you be coming like with an empty stomach. By the time you make your full around, right, with the samplers, man, you come out there full, and you be like, man, what am I buying, man? I could just grab me some samplers. I could grab me some drinks. I could grab me something to eat, and some of that stuff be filling.
Yeah, Stan being there from like 8 o'clock in the morning to like 9 p.m.
Yeah. If they keep pushing,
all you have to do, look, there's a code. All you got to do is be nice to the people who giving out the samples. They ask you the regular questions. Do you play football? Oh, this is not enough. Do you want some more? I say yes, thank you very much. And I smile and I get some more stuff. That's all I need to do. Mm-hmm. You'd be amazed what you can do with a smile. What you get.
Yeah. You might answer this one too, Stan. This is tailored to you.
Oh Lord.
Stan be out there sample. Hey, look. I don't blame you, man. Like, try to sample out first before you purchase like the full meal, right?
Ooh, before it turns into a baby. Lord.
Right. It is located in the fine print that we always be scrolling down though anyway, so you feel me? But yeah. All right, look, let me ask you guys this though, right? So, okay, could technology ever develop consciousness? And if so, what kind of ethical and societal implications that will have?
The answer is yes. It's already happened. That's 2. And 3, we can't even handle the ethics for cloning. We haven't do ethics for cloning yet. How can we do ethics for AI when we haven't handled the clones? We haven't handled that stuff. Like we haven't handled that, the cloning, and like how do you handle robots now? Because then there's a race between the two, because 20 years ago we were talking about cloning, and now cloning is just like everywhere, right? So we haven't handled ethics for that.
I mean, look at KFC. I mean, like, I feel like they was the first to start off with the clone meats and all that. You know,
And fruits and
So-
vegetables.
yeah. So if you could make a genetically modified version that turns to broccoli, because broccoli is genetically modified. To be honest with you, it's not really naturally grown like that. You could turn anything. We might have a clone Stan. You know what I mean? We might have a I Shaniqua. You know what I mean in the future. So,
But here's the thing about broccoli, right? They did bring out broccoli once, right? They said broccoli is a hybrid, right? But then you make a clone out the hybrid. So you didn't handle the hybrid. You didn't handle hybrid yet. You didn't have ethics for hybrids. And they went ahead and you make clone out of food, HMO foods. We haven't done ethical stuff about that. What's that show they used to do with the pets when the pets pass away? Then people take they take the but no, it's real now. They clone their dead pets, but however, it's like it's a multiple selection of the animals, and then the rest of them are euthanized, which is like wow, like you only could pick one, and you're hoping that one that comes out is an exact replica of the pet that passed away. You know, we're there.
Like human-made reincarnation a little bit.
Yes. And then you're looking at the robots, because we have what's what I'm going to look for that's more adult entertainment robots. That could be the next Stepford Wives right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going back to the question. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, B says they're even trying to excuse me. They're even trying to purify dirty water to sell versus get it from a clean source. But they was doing that a long time ago. B-Eazy, like I even have a water bar with a filter where you could just purify like piss, and then it will come out purified. Never tried it, of course, personally, but I've seen a person do it, and I'm like, go ahead, Sophisticated Drake, my bad.
Oh, no, you good. No, I was just going to answer your question. I agree with Stan. I think yes, because I think we're always trying to push the limit, and it's going to go to the point where it's going to just get out of control. And as far as ethics, you know, I think so many people, you know, they trying to cut corners to, you know, make some money and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of times that's when the ethics leaves the process and stuff like that. So I could just see, you know, a lot of robots kind of adapting to that because, like I said, we're just going to keep pushing the limit. You know, we can't stop and be satisfied or content with, you know, just kind of what we have, you know, the next generation. Because think about what Stan was saying. It was like we did kind of set this stuff off. That, you know, each generation is going to want, you know, stuff that's a little more streamlined, more efficient. So I can just imagine just thinking about when we grew up. You know, I remember like when I was high school, the internet first came out, but now it's just like you could access it anywhere. Remember when it was on the dial-up and stuff like that. So just think about the changes that were made in our lifetime. It's going to happen in another like 40 to 50 years. It's going to be crazy, man.
Hey, how many of you guys seen like do you guys remember like Sonic the Hedgehog, like the Saturday
Dr.
morning cartoon
Robot.
show?
Yep,
Yeah.
Dr. Robot. Yes.
And you know, his whole premise was like, hey, I'm going to turn everybody to robotics. Like I'm going to roboticize like the animals, turn them to robots, roboticize the people, turn them to robots. I mean, it may get to the point, right, to preserve life a little bit longer. Maybe people might find a way to roboticize themselves, you know? You never know.
I'll do you one better.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that everybody's talking about the metaverse, right? And everybody's buying property or buying space online. And I was wondering, like, this is stuff that is not tangible, right? But suppose they're preparing us to be downloadable so you don't die. So you live forever online.
So are you saying our souls are going to transition into the metaverse?
And that's the goal, right? Because if people buying the house on the metaverse for $100,000, like, come on, this is like a straight up Roblox, like, or you know, Robux or something like that. Like, it's not something that we can touch.
Cash? But is it like digital cash or is it real cash?
It's real cash converted to digital cash. So when you're looking at that, like, what purpose is that serving? So if your real life is too expensive, do we now transfer your consciousness into the, into your KM3? And once again, this is our fault. This is the boomers' fault, because they came out with a cartoon called I think, if I remember correctly, called Reload or something like that. They talk about people living inside the computer and Tron. So we were already thinking like this. Our grandparents were thinking like this anyway, and brought this to life. So, you know 200 years ago, this was considered witchcraft, and they would have been burned to the stake. So now this is stuff. It's realistic.
But come on, man, $100,000. And here's the thing, when you buying credits, I'm for sure you're not maybe for every dollar, the currency may not even match from dollar. You probably might get 75 cents for every dollar. That's what I will assume in the metaverse. But buying a house is worth like $100,000. I mean, you could buy a real tangible type of house that you could actually feel and live in it. But
look where we at right now. Sophisticated Jerk, are you on the East Coast by any chance?
You start making some East. That's what I'm
on the East Coast. Okay. I don't want you to disclose your information. I'm not too sure you're familiar with what's going on in New York.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, so New York City right now, M3, they don't have any land to build, right? They now built this law that you occupy space. So you could build your house above another house. They don't own the space above them, but you can buy that. What that reminds you of?
Wait. Okay, so you're saying that you can basically build, but you have to own or occupy, not own or occupy, but you have to rent out to a tenant, in other words.
No. Just say you have a house, right? Mm-hmm. And your house is probably, by New York law, 3 stories high. However, you don't own the 4th and 5th story, 5th to 6th story, or anything above your house past the 3rd story, right? So they now can sell the space, so they can build on top of your house. You don't own what's above your house.
But I built it. Building up. How did I not own it? So you say after the 3rd story,
they buying space now. They occupying space. So.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, like, let's say if I build my maximum and I go beyond, now I don't get a chance to pretty much live in a new space. Like, let's say the 4th and 5th one. I don't get to go up to the 4th and 5th floor that I built. Now I got to rent it out to someone, or they buy the space to live in it.
They bought the space above you, so it's not yours.
Even though I built it by my own hands.
Look,
there's got to be a catch to that, though, because I mean they're going to have to build on top of your house at some point. So I think maybe they're giving people that own that house the rights to build up more, or this is like that vertical living. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, this is I didn't know all the ins and outs of it.
Yeah, it's basically the Jetsons, like where everybody live on top of each other. So look, for all of us on the panel and everybody listening out here, let's all just buy our land and just move somewhere and just own it, because if we talk about technology, space, I mean, look, that's crazy. Like, you don't own the space above you, but now somebody else does. That's new.
Yeah, and then that person who owns that space above me, then they could build like maybe 3 more stories for their own selves, right? I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. And then the next, I don't know, like it has to be. I'm with like Sophisticated Jerk. There gotta be some type of catch to it. It don't. I mean, I hear what you say. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's probably have to be the person. There's got to be something, but yeah, I mean, they just run out of space. So I mean, he's correct with that, man. This is people on top of each other. So this has got to be the vertical. They got to start building up.
Right. Because here's the thing, right? Because now you can also refuse to sell right? Well, okay, what if you build a 6-story house? Wait a minute.
Right, but couldn't somebody build on top of that 6-story?
Yeah, like so, like okay, I guess right, but you could build on that, I guess, or they just don't give you the permits to continue to build, because that's the only way they could stop you before you can make your sale, to your entire house. And if somebody comes and he decides to build, they have to get your permission to build, right?
Yeah, but like the thing I wonder about it, right? Then when you see all this stuff, what's going to be the value? Because if we have all this technology of a city, because when everything could be done at home, because remember the whole thing of a city was because a city is faster than living out in the country, right? Or the suburbs. So no one thinks like, oh, when you live in a city, you want things to be fast. Like, what they say, like faster than the New York minute, right? But we now have the technology to go ahead and make toys at home or equipment at home with the 3D printers, right? You can go ahead and get a book downloadable or whatever, sent to, Kindles or whatever, right? Or you can have food sent to you and you can just make it yourself in less than 10 minutes or less than 5 minutes. You can be a chef in 5 minutes, right? Because all the ingredients are there. So what's going to happen to all these cities when the computers could do everything? How are people going to sustain themselves with money? How are they going to work and have purpose? What's going to happen?
I think everybody's going to start pushing out the cities, like you kind of saying. Because, it's kind of even happening now. I stay in Virginia. So it's just like, people are starting to push out of like the DMV area, moving out, getting some land, building out there and stuff. And these communities are going up so quick, man, where this is crazy. Like it used to be like farmland, but now it's like a whole like town. They got like shopping plazas out there. So yeah, people going to start pushing out because, the amount of money that you, just for example, New York, for a condo, you probably paying about couple of thousand, that could be a mortgage on a nice size house, you go in the right areas and stuff like that. So, it's just more cost efficient, especially with people teleworking now and stuff.
Yeah, and remember, that's pretty much the Jetsons right there. You can work from home. We always want to work from home, but they were all scams for like pyramid schemes. Promises we can work from home and everything else, and it never works out, right? Because you need to find 20 of your friends, and they need to find 20, right? But anyway, it never worked. But now you see these jobs that doesn't require you to go to the office. You don't have, it's like $50 an hour, and you just sign up, and there's jobs out here. So what's going to happen in the future unless, we have to like be ahead and purchase land, get a small home, and be content. Not be content making sure just keep it in the family. What's up, Jay?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Pretty good.
So Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing good, M3. And by the way, I love that. I love his name. Sophisticated Jerk. Yo. Don't worry, man. Now nice to see you and talk to you again, too. And another funny thing about his name, I just got off the phone with my brother like 3 hours ago, and he says I'm mean, apparently. So I guess I'm a jackass in general, but I have to be for lots of reasons. There's reasons for that. Not to let anybody step on you. There's a reason for it. So sophisticated jerk, I get why you're probably called that, but it's probably more. I would say it's probably more of an intelligence in how you in your vernacular, probably, of why you're called that.
Plus, I'm just a little bit of a jerk sometimes. When people deserve it, I can escalate. But
oh no, I agree. You gotta do it sometimes. Like I said, listen, I enjoy. Okay, I'm not saying I enjoy stepping on ants, so let me correct that because that comes off very narcissistic. I said I agree. I enjoy taking people down a few pegs because they're not as great as they think they are, and it's to bring you back to reality. Because ain't nobody Albert Einstein in this motherfucker. That's why. That's not possible. But to get on the topic that we're all talking about, so my thoughts, because how you titled it was funny later on this morning when I got the update for this, because it sounded funny. It said when technology no longer need us. I'm like it's you talking as if iRobot has already started, my man. Because I wish you would have said when we no longer lead it. I would get that, but I get what you meant when you did that. I'm like, okay, you're talking about iRobot, Eagle Eye, that type shit. Like seriously. When technology,
I did put a year up, and I gave a fair.
You don't need us as a species. That's I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty Terminator-ish what you're talking about, my man.
Yeah, man. That's why I add like 1,000 years. But a lot of people are saying like, man, MT, like you going way above, beyond. It should have been like 50 years. Then it's like 5 years from now. I'm like,
nah, we got a lot more longer than that.
Of course,
it should take a little bit longer than that. I don't think it'll be. Yeah, I don't think like 5 years. Like, nah, but we'll be here. I'll give it a good 2 decades. I'm gonna say a lot longer than that, but I'll say just to kick things off a little bit. Because I tell people, I say, listen, you know how in Total Recall, the men and women don't physically touch each other anymore. They can do it through the freaking the little VR sets and things like that, so it won't be the same no more. That's gonna suck for a lot of dudes. I can tell you that. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. F that.
Shout outs to
Hey Jay, you remember that movie Demolition Man?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think that's like what you just described. That's Demolition Man. Like men and women are not allowed to touch each other.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Oh man, in the future they don't know how to deal with a freaking crazy kid.
hey, but the future is gonna be easy. Look, this is what I think, right? Because on the spot live, right? I know you just now probably tuning in, right? So if you didn't catch the beginning of what we was talking about, our convo, it's basically, will technology no longer, I'm talking about technology itself, no longer need us. And I think I went too far in the year, but I put 3023. Because I think by 3023, by 1,000 years, I think the human race is just going to be gone, or maybe will be in utterly submission, when it comes to technology. I truly believe that man is going to go overboard with technology so bad that technology is going to adapt, and then we become slaves of technology. I mean, we're already mentally programmed that we can't really adapt or live without technology. So imagine if technology, right? We start building the robots. We call it corn now, as far as the P word, but the corn bots. You know what I mean? You bring those to life where they take over like relationships. Then it's really gonna be screwed. I'm telling you
that's the whole thing. I know we're not supposed to talk about dating, but you look at that technology by itself, that has expedited a lot to now where that fembot knows the person by name, knows how to greet them when they come home. It's all there. Like, and mind you, they have talk, they got facial recognition. I mean, this always comes up on CNET. I mean, there's a competition for this, right? So even though we don't want it in our personal lives, the people who got the money in their private lives are driving for this. And I said the demand is real, because it used to cost like $10,000, but now I think there was a report, I think this happened on February, it's like less than $2,000. So anybody who has got their tax refund
Stay throwing shots today, man.
Could be married to Irona.
Man, it's wild.
Yeah.
that's pretty
and I don't know if
crazy.
you guys seen the epidemic of the shutdown, the kids that's born out of the shutdown, and how fast they've developed. I mean, you looking at how soon are we looking at nanotechnology? Like, we're thinking about stuff that's in front of us. We're not looking at the smaller stuff that's tiny, that's in our cells already. So
Oh, I think
Don't be scared, dog. Don't be scared.
Yeah, he went silent for a second. I'm thinking.
I know. I heard dump. I was like, oh shoot, right? Like the ninjas got him. You know. Well,
Right.
you know, okay. I know we're talking about technology and mostly American-based technology, but you know, and let me ask this, Jay: have you ever been to Japan before?
Like I said, I'll be going sometime the end of this year, at least for a trip. This trip over there, like I said, because I told you I always plan on going on a one-way trip. I'm never coming back, but I do got to go over there and see what's over there.
So okay, so that would be your first time then.
Yeah. It'll be my first time going over, but I already got buddies who are not leaving. Remember, they're married to their woman over there. They're good.
Yeah,
they're never coming back.
Yeah, so when you go out to Japan, right, you got to take a lot of pictures and you got to let us know, like, hey, like, you know, how's the technology out there? Because we can imagine that technology is way up to par.
You know what I got to do.
Of course.
Well, let's be real. All the technology over there is very futuristic, and I'm sorry, dude, they're so much ahead of America in terms of technology. I already know from my boys already see me. That bullet train shit don't even have that over here. Other states don't even have that. You can say New York has a train, but I'm talking about it was not working.
600 miles per hour?
Yeah, it goes really fast. And the thing is, like, it's not running on a solar panel. It's running on something else, like an actual battery engine that they actually created or something like that. And that motor lasts a good while. Yeah. I think they just resupply it every year. But you're telling me that thing runs on a whole year on some freaking Iron Man shit? I'm sorry. Dude, I would say, well, I'm just crazy for me saying this because I'm wild as hell right now. When I heard that, I'm like, I'm saving these. I need all these people alive over here. They're geniuses. They're like freaking mini Albert Einsteins. I need these cats alive because the shit that they're making is gonna like help us in the damn near future. But I think my issue more often than not, I think we're in America. I think we're so pig-headed and slighted and very cynical and greedy to the point where we don't want to accept anyone's help when we should. And actually hear someone else's idea. Because like I said, those ideas can actually help us propel us further to the future and be alive and still be here and not exit us out on the Matrix level, all right? Since he just said something about freaking being slaves in 3023, bro. Like, dude, that's Matrix you're talking about. We're batteries, bro. I don't want to be, well, first of all, I ain't going to be alive at that time. I don't want my offspring generation legacy freaking being in freaking cuffs.
Barry operated.
Well, he says I went through it with the Caucasians. Now I gotta go through it with the machines. Like, what the freak? I ain't trying to do all that. That's slightly funny, but all seriousness, let's keep it real. Like, we don't want our people to be being changed by freaking machines, bro. We don't want no Terminator bullshit. Like, I do not. So I'm thinking, like, if we're going to have up these ideas and what you brought up Japan again, I would say I'm gonna be real. What I would do, honestly, I boosted the economy of Japan. I will make sure some of the things that were created can be brought over in America when people are, I guess, like, are more interested in the things to make technology more convenient, but also not at the risk of like messing with the brain. Because I think that's what we've done. I think Sophisticated Jerk can maybe speak on this for a little bit, where like technology is kind of like everybody got a freaking phone or a tablet or some shit, to where like they're kind of on it for a little bit longer than normal. But I'll be honest, the most you should be on your phone, like this shit right here, is only when you make calls, network, and that's it. But honestly, I bet people pick it up more than 100 times a day, and that's really where it starts.
So, okay. So this brings me to like a question I have to answer, and everybody in the chat, feel free to join like the StreamYard. Wally, if you're still around, feel free to join in on the spot live. Please feel free to join in. This panel is open for anyone to come in, and we just talk about technology. But so what if we fail, right? And the robots replace the humans in the workforce, which they're kind of already doing that already. What kind of impact would it have on our economy?
Well, somebody's gonna be very mad. I mean, okay, I'll say this: unless you're one of the higher ups that created these things and things like that, like you made a okay. I know you guys have seen the Iron Robot where they make the manufacturer. You see like the building that makes all these robots and stuff. There's a person that made that, so he'd be sitting on cloud 9 while everybody else will be getting replaced by a robot.
Shit, like some of them who made the robots got laid
Them
off
dudes gonna
after
create-
making the robot. I mean that
one dude is gonna make it, and then just be like, I'm sitting on cloud nine with the money. It won't be like LeBron James and them. All the motherfuckers will be below that motherfucker because he's making more money and making the world go around with like drones or any type of manufacturing robot company, things like that. I think I'll say this. I think you might get a license in droning. If anything, if you could just control the drone, that's how you get your money now. You don't have to physically go out and do things. You can just control it, do a drop off, things like that.
So do you think the economy is just made just for the rich to survive, like, or the wealthy, and whoever's the higher up right now? You think it's more designed to kind of get rid of like
maybe Elon Musk
and middle class people?
Yeah, and I think lower class people would not exist at this point. I think they will be somewhere close in the slums. More often than not, that's a short term for like projects, ghetto, things like that. But like in the slums and like not really in houses or things like that. I think it would just be it'd be upper class and maybe just middle class, and there's no such thing as a lower class anymore. That's just they're all gone at that point. And I think I think the middle class would be the ones who the most likely, what is the word? I think they would they would work the factory and work the drones in the factory. And then after that, you have the upper class people who just feeding off our hard work. Simple enough.
It reminds me of a movie that I recently saw, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but I'm not going to spoil it for anyone.
Don't spoil that, motherfucker. I haven't seen that yet. I love you in 3, but don't do that.
Don't spoil that one.
I would not do
that.
Don't
spoil that, bro. I want to see that. That's my movie to see next Sunday, man.
Yeah. But if I could say one thing, like one extra, maybe I say like water, fire, earth. Look, I'll just put it like this. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut, but just look for fire. That's all I gotta say. Look for fire. Then you'll understand why. And you understand what I mean. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it could be a way to pretty much maybe shape up and change society, But yeah, I don't know.
It's very futuristic what you're thinking of, and I understand what we do. We've had multiple movies on it. I know Sophisticated Jerd, IG here, you, me. We've all seen movies where it deals with like the dangers of technology or the advancement of it, things like that. I've seen so many movies, and I know we all even harken back to Japan a little bit. They got capsules in trains. You can literally sleep in the train in like a miniature capsule. That's not bad for your back, your neck. I'm talking about like things that by all means would look like they're uncomfortable, but they're very comfortable for the body. And it's crazy. Like, that's why I said their technology over there is beating the shit out of the US over here. US is getting shitted on in technology. I'm sorry. Like, they don't even hold a candle to them. Like, dude, you realize people don't watch enough anime here, but here's an example for you. So everybody knows those big giant robots you used to watch when you watch Power Rangers. They can make that shit over there. They have a big ass statue in the form of a Gundam. If you know what Gundam series is, check out my channel.
Oh yeah,
and that shit is big. Imagine if they ever figure.
Those things are very important just in case Godzilla's alive.
What the hell that shit powers on. They would be able to, They would. No one would shit on that military form anymore if they had like a whole fucking faction of them damn things. I'm sorry. I would not. I'm not saying they'll be on top, but that kind of would put them in like the top 3 freaking people if not don't fuck with shit. But
yeah.
But
like from Japan, it sounds like they're using technology for the right stuff though. And that's right. the good side of it. But like what M3 saying, if it fails, I think if they get to the point where you're talking about, I think we'll have civil unrest. Because I think in America we're kind of rebellious. So I don't think
very rebellious.
Sit back and take a lot of stuff. So I think it's gonna be all out like war in the U.S. if it gets too bad, and then you don't have that balance because it's like if people start losing their jobs and sitting around and stuff, it's just like
they get become complacent and lazy. Yep.
Yeah. Let me say this. Let me give a shout out to a new Twitch follower. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the follow. Altar. Oh, that's what I'm calling Altar. If I'm butchering names, sorry for that, but thank you for tuning in, brother or sister. And it says, "Hey, how y'all doing? We're doing pretty good, very pleasant. So thank you for following us on Twitch. Truly appreciate you for doing so." Yeah. Oh man. So, sheesh. Yo, this was a interesting topic, definitely indeed.
Y'all want to answer the
Anybody else?
question?
There's a lot of stuff.
I want to answer that
Go ahead,
question.
Stan.
All right. This is like it's in the year 2074. Close to what you say in 2050, right? Sci-fi thriller by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck called Incorporated. What Jay just described, they had that life. So upper middle class work for the companies, but they're higher up execs. Working middle class with the security force, and they had the slums. Now the slums, people who stayed in the slums, they were still part of the economy because they were there for, what's what I'm going to look for? Massage work. If you know what I mean. Massage work.
Oh, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Right? Or for donations, because no matter how you can clone, there's nothing like getting a lung or getting whatever that you need from a real human being that's more pure than getting something that's genetically altered or whatever. So they still needed people in the slums for that. And it also...
And I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. And also, you looked at people who are from the slums. Sometimes the people that was higher up, that's who they married, and there was a contract they signed. So everybody wins and everybody benefited. And so what you're looking at, there might be like a class, I don't say class war, but definitely a set class system in place.
Yeah, I think it's a. I don't want to cut you off, Mr. Kid Dre. I just want to quickly say something because I want to get your point off, brother. I think it's a hierarchy system that's still very similar to ours. The difference is there's no poor class anymore. It's just middle, and then upper. There is no like. So, for example, if there's an A squad, there's a B squad. There is no C.
Yeah, but you read sci-fi books, right? Remember Alex Huxley, A Brave New World? There's a book where Alex Huxley, and basically it's like everybody had their place in this world, and people couldn't like just have kids out the, but they're allowed to, have stuff, massage parlor adventures.
I did read that one. Yeah, you're right. They could,
right, and that caste system was in place, and there was a purpose. There's technology, right? But it was important that everybody had a purpose because they figure out that when people don't have a purpose, there's civil unrest. And but you're not allowed to cross over, but you did benefit from your caste system. So yeah, in order for society to keep on moving, you're going to have to build this system in place so people don't have uncivil unrest. But check that out. It's called Incorporated.
What you're talking about, that's because it's like if people don't have purpose, man, it's gonna get wild out there. It'll be like the Wild Wild West again. This is some future setting.
Yeah, and I know like the women's like, we don't want to talk about no relationships. I'm like, well, if you think relationships are messed up now,
it'll be even worse for you. Like I said, it would be funny. It would be worse for women. It would be worse at all. Like, trust me. And I'm like, the dudes, as long as games still exist and VR and virtual reality exists, trust me, it'll be the substitute for like a gaming console. It'll be like, if anybody has seen Ready Player One, I think that's the step, that's the stage it'll go into. Watch that movie, y'all, because that fit into a very good freaking. I'm like, I actually see everybody turning into that. Just mostly gamers. If you're a businessman, you might not go into it unless it's required that all the higher working guys. Like, you don't have to play it, but the people below you, they are like kind of like our gaming soldiers, kind of like our bottom feeder workers. So they get to do this while you get to sit down and count the stocks and the money of our company. What seems more fun to you? It will be the gaming aspect, probably, if you're a gamer and innate. But the thing is about that whole movie was, this is how they make their living. Like people can still people were barely in the real world anyway. They were mostly in the fucking game world, and they were just in there to collect profits off and get money and things like that. They would bet certain things. They get their money for the day, things like that. Like, I'm talking about bro, that is an example of the technology forming and kind of messing with your heads. Until the very
Yeah, 'cause I
end, the
think
dude
right now,
said,
like-
we need to get away from the freaking thing because it's kind of separating us from talking and socializing with each other. What you said,
Yes.
sophisticated, I actually agree with. Where it's like people, when you get complacent, because I learned this a long time ago. When you get complacent, you get lazy. You don't want to do anything, and also your drive is like similar to testosterone. You goes down to zero. You don't have the will or quote unquote passion or love to do anything. Seriously.
What's up, B-Eazy Dat Dude?
I love
Welcome
B-Eazy,
on the
man.
panel.
Hey, what's good with y'all? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Yo, man, listen, what I gotta do to get into
Yeah,
that?
we can hear you.
That background, man.
Hey, you know how secret laboratory. So you know what I mean. You gotta hit me in the back chat.
Oh, actually, that people like in my Men in Black type technology is what it does look like, actually.
So what's your take on this, B-Eazy?
About what in particular?
Like the question that I think was on the thumbnail and stuff. Do you think technology is going to take us over by the year 3023?
What do you guys mean by take over?
Like we're kind of being what was it, Stan? Would you say slaves to the robots?
So what, like some District 9 type?
Go ahead, take that.
Well, I don't see it being slaves to robots. I think we're gonna be like we're one with the robots.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be more like
Batteries.
cyborgs.
Batteries or cyborgs, something like that. Like what he said. But basically, the whole Matrix concept. If we ever advance it to the point where they get smarter than us and shit like that, like basically robots with premises is what he means. Like conscious, human-like robots that realize that we are better than humans and we're superior. And they take us over. So either okay, you get two outcomes. Either you get Matrix, which I thought about, you get iRobot. Terminator is really sketchy, but you'll get a factory of those. What I mean, when it comes to production. But really, just the main two I mentioned. Terminator is really a bit stretch. But yeah.
So really, this conversation is a bit amusing because none of this technology. I mean, let's be honest, this technology can't take us over. We just allow ourselves to be taken over. There's not a assembly line of robots building other robots. There's humans building the other robots and making sure that the assembly line goes. And it's almost like as foolish as the people was, when they were fighting kind of for the slave masters, right? They were fighting for the slave masters to keep slaves, which means we don't have to pay you because we're getting our work done for free. Now we can continue to subjugate you and bribe you and stuff, but you're basically fighting, hiring, training, protecting your replacement. And that's what it is. How was these when you update it, right? It's not the Jetsons robot that programmed the software for your phone. It's a human being. And then you as a human being have to agree to the terms and allow it. And back in the day before, because when they were making the technology, like even more of the tractors and y'all see this stuff, they got this thing. It's like a robot arm. It could pull a tree out of his roots and just strip all of the branches off. So it looks cool, but then how many jobs is that going to take away? So back in the day, certain equipment like that, people would burn it. They would sabotage the equipment because they say, look, now you got to rebuild it all again. So yeah, they could have robots take over and people could just accept it, or somebody could say, now, if we, and I'm not advocating for this, so don't try to strike it, but someone could say, hey, we're going to destroy the plant or put a malfunction in there or put some sort of glitch so that there's a defense mechanism to avoid the takeover, unless some people are very enamored with the thought of transhumanism, which is, let's say it hasn't been successful on the mainstream. I'm sure they've been doing the cyborg stuff in Antarctica someplace somewhere, but they haven't come out and been, look at our shining achievement. So therefore it's almost like a conspiracy theory, but it's ultimately up to us to how much we allow. And since we're in such a dumbed down society, and I'm sure people have seen Wall-E, a lot of people will be okay with that Wall-E, where you're just sitting in a chair all day. It's a robot bringing you your food. They showing you reruns of Love and Hip Hop. You reading Shade Room comments. You watching fight videos. You arguing about the Republicans, Democrats, just sitting there eating toxic food.
So we're already there. Jenny Craig just lost business. Jenny Craig is shut down. So we're there already.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying, and it's not the robots. It's people that are willingly saying, here, what could be worse? If I'm already enslaved by some government officials I don't like, let the robots have a chance at it.
They come at us the other way. Like, are you tired of just getting up and work all the time? Do you want to just get out of bed and just stay in your pajamas and just go to your desk and make $30 an hour? You too can be employed by Disney. Press. I mean, that's what they always do it. Make everything that we do petty and annoying. And then we sign up for something that's supposedly easy and what's what I'm looking for, and seems to be the right choice. Under the disguise of I have more time. But what you have more time for?
But I see what B-Eazy saying, because I think that's really how it's going to happen. People just, if it does go that route, people are going to make that decision to, kind of give up their power and stuff, man. For some reason, we're just naive with stuff, so.
I agree with B-Eazy.
But some people also think it's beneficial too as well, because when you're talking about dealing with cyborgs, cyborgs are supposed to enhance physically, right? So if somebody and people are always looking for some sort of competitive bodily edge. Some dude was he was like 5'2", and then he got that surgery where he broke his legs, and now he's 5'8". So yeah, he's still under 6 feet, but now 5'2" to 5'8", that's a huge difference. So imagine if you're 5'8" and now you're 6'2". And some people will laugh, the dudes will laugh, and then some dudes was bullying him, calling him shorty. Now he's not short anymore, but now you saying, oh, he broke his legs to get it. So I personally wouldn't recommend that, but people don't realize how, oh, it's just words, and then they do all this kind of like it's cool to just bully, right? I mean, we've all had those days. I never got bullied, you know what I mean? Like if somebody say something to me, do something to me, I'm coming back with that same energy or more. But I understand other people that have been, and I'm not the biggest, baddest dude. It's just, I just demand respect, and I would expect that from everyone. But people that go around bullying people, it's not because they're really tough. It's just like they're extremely insecure, you know what I mean? And they know how insecure they are. So when you're bullying and calling someone fat and calling someone short, it's like, bro, you really ain't even that tall. And then even if you are tall, I know some people that's taller than me that can't even dunk. So I'm like, cuz, like, what's your excuse? You know what I mean?
No reason.
But
that's even worse.
Can you imagine? But can you imagine B-Eazy? I know Jay probably can help me out with this. Allegedly, there's a country in Asia, maybe Jay could tell me which one is it, if I remember correctly, that to have your kids that advantage, they go ahead and give their kids hormones so they can be taller and be smarter. So we already have that technology out there, where their kids automatically shooting up to 7 feet tall. So we now don't have to worry about like technology itself, but you're looking at biotech. I mean, there's so much stuff that's coming at us so many different ways because of self-improvement. Because again, we can't talk about ethics when they can't even handle the stuff we got going on now.
Talk to everybody that's still on the panel. What up, B-Eazy? How you doing?
I'm good. What's up with you, bro?
Not too much, man. I caught on to the tail end. You guys was talking about like bullies and all that stuff, and
no, what I the point I was making was that It's easy to do that. Sometimes it's funny, but then that's sometimes where people will be complaining about the BBLs and all this other stuff. Even though I'm not advocating for chicks getting that, sometimes they got it because she was just complaining. Oh, look at her saggy butt. So now she's trying to do something about it, and now you like she got a BBL. Oh, look how short this dude is. All right, cool. I'm gonna break my legs to get taller. Oh wow, look what he did to get taller. Like, come on, brother.
I would not trust that surgery, brother.
I wouldn't trust it either.
I heard about that surgery.
I know one of my friends that was that literally, and I ain't gonna say his name, but he was trying to go somewhere to get one of those surgeries that let's just call it a male enhancement surgery, and they got some different surgeries.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, this is serious. This is what happens. People get all like kind of like cringy, and I'm like, bruh, like, why are you even acting like this? This is like a normal discussion, you know what I mean? That people, if you just type it in on Google, you'll see it's like Reddit chat stuff. I'm talking about like pages and pages and pages long, because no one has to put a face on it and say it. And people will be thinking. I had a dude bawling, crying, bro, like a super tough dude, and it's like I was like, damn, bro, this is serious. And then he broke down because he had ED, erectile dysfunction, you know what I mean? And then it's like, so some people like, man, that ain't me, bro, so I don't got a trip. But yeah, bro, what if it happens to you when we talking that shit? I know that. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. So I'm like, yeah, that's not me, but then this is my homie, bro. So now I'm just going to disown my homie because he said that, or I'm not going to be able. So some people are considering methods where they're saying, look, man, I got the money, I got this, I got that. In order to perform, I need to be able, you know what I mean, to be standing in attention or to be a certain length. When people hear 6 feet and they say, oh, I only got 4 inches or something, let me try to do this risky surgery. And people think it's funny, but bruh, a lot of times it be your family members just doing the same thing. Well, one of my homies, he was trying to convince me. He was like, bro, he wanted me to go to like the because I think he was trying to go out of country, you know what I mean, because you know things are cheaper for the surgery. He's like, bro, I'll pay for your flight, because he wanted someone there that he trusted in case, you know, he got sick or anything like that. And I was like, bro, you're gonna pay this money? You're gonna pay all of this money? And he was like, yeah, man, I think it's time to doing that. He was like, man, I already got the cars, I got this, I want to do that. And I was trying to talk him away from it. But there are some people that are like considering that stuff. So that's what I was just tying to the bully point. When some people are saying so-and-so has a little Johnson, this person is short, this person is so fat. I don't think you should let people get to you that much. But those words are, even look at Kanye West's mom. Like, come on now, she was up in age, like she didn't really need to do that stuff, but she was trying to look good for some people and feel, hey, I've reached a certain level in life. I deserve this, right? I'm making 6 figures. I deserve this. So some people think that they're doing their body a favor and giving themselves a reward, but it's not just women that are considering these like alterations. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
So you can
no. That's the point.
There's because of competition.
Yeah, but that was the point. Like that, I definitely understood where he was coming from. As far as, I mean, not just like just bullying by itself, but the effects of it. You do have one podcast that would be like, people need to get bullied. And I'm not going to say the podcast name, but that some people feel like it builds character, and that
to an extent it does. Because there's different levels. Like I'm an advocate of it in its organic form. It shouldn't be like, hey, go bully sophisticated jerk Friday at 3 p.m. Now that's like some premeditated stuff. But if it happens in the course of just human nature, I think that does need to happen, because now you can develop resolve and learn how you can't really coach an experience you never had, right? I could tell you how it is to get hit by a linebacker, and then you can mentally prepare, but then Ray Lewis hits you. You couldn't prepare for that. You just had to get hit, and now you know what that hit is like.
Or prepare for that Mike Tyson knockout, man. The sock to the jaw.
That's something you
got jawline
What
reconstructed.
Mike Tyson say? Everybody got a plan until they get hit.
Right.
Exactly. And sometimes when you're walking around thinking you invincible, sometimes you do need to get hit. Now, if you humble saying, look, I'm on defense to ensure that I don't get hit. Now you're on your Mayweather stuff, protecting yourself at all times. And even then, even he got hit, but it's like, hey, I need to mitigate the damage. But if you just walking around oblivious and thinking, hey, look, you know, my stuff don't stink, then you know you will get hit in the mouth harder than others. And the grand point I was trying to make is, once we do this stuff, right, man, you're super short, you're a little weenie, right? Cool. I'm about to get tall, and I'm about to, you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to use this transhumanism. So not only am I going to be taller than you, I'm about to use this extra fiber metal that's super bouncy and springy, so I'm gonna be better than you. And hey, if y'all could do something that will, if you could do some AI technology with the male enhancement department, right? So I can even last longer, or I could click the stuff with a button. It sounds funny, but then if they said, hey, we got the technology, it wouldn't be funny. It would actually be funny, because somebody would be laughing to the bank to the tune of billions. People are buying those little Ron Jeremy pills that don't even work. Look it up. It's like $1 billion industry. Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, all of this stuff. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. If they come up with some technology where they're saying, look, bro, why do you need those pills? We'll insert this little thing, which they already have something. They can insert something, and you like, bro, push, like, you either push a button or some mechanism where you can like deflate and inflate. You know what I mean? So this is what they have now. It's only going to continue to get better and better. So that's why some people, I think, will believe and be like, hey, well, I mean, they can make me taller. I'm an amputee. Now I could run in the Olympics, which that dude was doing, that was running with his legs. They're putting the chips where they're trying to make people smarter. And some people will be like, man, I've been dumb all my life. I'm afraid to read out loud, which a lot of people are. Give them a paragraph and tell them to read out loud. They'll be stuttering, stammering. There's a lot of words they can't pronounce. Even it happens to even the best of them. But now if I can give you, like, instead of a pill, a limitless chip, a lot of people will sign up for that, bruh. Like you've been a high school dropout your whole life, but we can install this chip. And now, almost like the Matrix, right? I know Kung Fu now. Now you know Kung Fu. You didn't know how to code. Now you know how to code. Now you know how to do all this stuff. A lot. If you start saying the benefits of it, and then they'll say, oh, it could be this side effect, has tumors, you could bleed, you could do that, but you'll know Kung Fu, you'll know this, you'll know all the stock secrets, you'll know about crypto. People will be like, sign me up, bruh. I'll take that risk of the brain tumor. I'll take that risk. So that's what I was saying. Like, I think it will be framed and people will see the benefit of it, which AI could do a whole lot of stuff for you, you know what I mean, in record amount of time. So people will be like, yeah, I mean, look how useful it is. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think when we look at the health and beauty market, like all that, I can see that's how people will become part human and part cyborg. It can happen because you're in a place of competition. Because of the competitiveness, you are going to go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, I think
but the competitiveness is just, I just want to say this, the competitiveness is going to render a lot of people obsolete. Let's be honest. Most of us really can't compete. If you just be honest with yourself right now, I can ask every one of y'all on the panel, tell me what's 3,000 times 600. You're going to have to think. But by that time you're thinking, I've already typed it into a calculator, which is AI, and they've already told me the answer. If I say, hey, what exact year was the Civil War? You're going to have to say, and then I'm typing it in AI, and it's telling me right now, here, AI, could you write me a detailed business plan that I want to start a real estate company? And then the way you tweak it, write me a detailed business plan that you think an expert of real estate would write based on the market research. And once you add little caveats and qualifiers in there, it makes it even better. And then you can be like, I don't like that. Bam, again. You know what I mean? How long would it, if I ask Sophisticated Jerk to do that? He has a family, you know what I mean? Hey, I could get back to you next week. Don't trip, bruh. Already done. Already done.
I appreciate that week. I was about to say 2 months. And you...
Oh, hey, you ain't lying, because I have been trying to get at you, Sophisticated Jerk. But I'll holler at you next month, though.
What's up, Grizz? How you doing?
What's good, Grizz?
I'm calling mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Man, you was a little. It was a little staticky, but
yeah, I got a my brother. Short story. I dropped my phone a lot, and my phone is low. And I'm trying to get a new one.
Yeah, go fund Grizz. We got a shout out to the Grizz.
We're gonna start that GoFundMe, man. We got you.
We got you, Grizz. Because for real,
Grizz, about the AI thing. So one of my friends, Pharaoh, he's a screenwriter, and he uses AI. So there's an AI app, so where it helps you to write screenplays, and then also too, I don't know.
That's why they got the script writers are on strike right now. If anybody watched Stranger Things, they are like Stranger Things is on hold because the script writers, because once they start using AI, then they saying we don't need the script writers, because they'll all you got to do is type in qualifiers. Write us a movie about a spooky thing, a dude that's a superhero that knows voodoo, and you just keep adding stuff in there, and then it writes it. So now it's eliminating jobs, and that's the kind of unfortunate side.
Right. And honestly, my whole thing about AI too, who said it? I remember watching in Iron Man Part 1 when what's his name was playing James Rhodes. No AI can compensate for a human being's intelligence, intuition, and stuff like that. And as far as script writing goes, the AI can do one thing, but the thing is, we can, like me personally, I'm a screenwriter as well. So I'd be like, this is not what I really would do. I would change, like AI would say one thing, but then I feel like human beings, we put emotion into it. I just feel like AI just does what you said it to do, and I don't really feel like it can compensate for the human emotion behind it.
Hey, peep this. Let me just, because I asked the AI too. I put, how was your day? It says, as an AI language model, I don't have feelings or experiences like humans do, so I don't have days in the way you think of them. However, I'm always ready to assist you with any questions or tasks you have. How can I help you today?
Usually my AI will say like, "Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking."
Well, it depends on which one. But if you start really getting deep into it and start saying, "Do you love me? Are you my friend?" Then they'll be like, "Sorry, I'm." Start asking AI, "Do you my friend? Like, do you care about me?" Ask your AI that and see what answers you get.
B-Eazy. There's another AI. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
No. I was like, so if any of y'all did even technology sort that, so whether China, Japan, China and Japan, or one to the other, they're already making humanoid people, and one of them said that we would take over the world.
That they'll take over the world?
Like I think one of them asked a question, and the AI and the human computer just said, androids will take over the world. And I'm not like, so I'm a little iffy about the whole AI thing because I feel that once we start feeding into it, giving it life, it's going to start taking over.
Right.
Yeah,
Quan says jobs are being snatched. Rig says that mic again. And then Quan says, yeah, they've been making those for many years. Okay, speaking about the mic thing, right? You know, this is why like it's good, man, for people to continue to donate, right, for the super chats, right? Because you never know where the money might go to. We might help buy Grizz a new phone or a new mic. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna play this to
New
encourage
phone.
you guys for super
Your
chat.
viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture.
So go ahead and be a pal, right? And help donate, okay, to help a brother get a new mic. Help a brother get a new phone. You know, I hear y'all talking. Well, actually, I can't hear it, but I see y'all talking in the chat, right? But who's going to be the first to take initiative and buy this man a new cell phone? So again, right? I'm going to play it one more time because I like what B-Eazy did. Shout out to B-Eazy.
Your viewership of the stream is highly valued, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to contribute to the platform, you can do so by sending a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, or PayPal donation. Thank you for the kind gesture.
Yeah, donate, man, and buy Grizz a new phone, all right?
The Get Grizz Right campaign.
Right. That shit, hey, yeah, that dude be slapping rigs, you know what I mean?
I do, man. I like that B-Eazy did some fire with that, man.
Yeah.
But now just going back to the AI point, I like what B-Eazy was saying, because I didn't think about it like that, you know, like social pressure, you know, causing people to get a lot of like these different things and stuff. So I think that is going to be a big cause for a lot of this happening. But I do think down the line, we probably need to start policing some of this stuff, because if not, like you said, it's just going to put a lot of people out of work. And it's just like, if people don't have jobs and purpose, man, it's just, you know, it's going to be civil unrest. You know, it's not going to be a good end result, you know.
Right. Because let's just say, like, we all do survive, you know what I mean, in the future, in the hands of technology. And B-Eazy is right that we only allow what we built. So, and I understand the whole premise is to make things convenient. Too convenient.
Isn't that what get us in trouble in the first place?
I think laziness just in general, right? I mean, but here's the thing. You build something, you name it conveniency, but really you're building something so you can continue to be lazy. You know what I mean? So when you have robots like let's say like the little vacuum that you was talking about, the one that just randomly goes around on the floors, starts vacuuming up stuff or whatever. I don't even know how good that is. But the downplay is that because people don't read what before they buy, that same little robot is taking pictures of your entire house and probably taking pictures of if you're a woman and you got a nice body, but you're butt naked. You know, they're like, oh, hold on, let me stop and take a snapshot real quick. You know, so got some perverts out there controlling behind these machines.
Yeah, but like you said, right? Like if the robot vacuuming and you're trying to lose weight or you need to count your calories or be active, that's the area where you could have been active.
Yep. Very, very true. Hold on for a second. What did he say? Let's see. People will complain about condoms, but take down artificial beauty.
I'm so scared to answer that one because after you sent me a list of what we can't say, I'm up here trying to find words.
Right.
Maybe I need an AI to give me a list of words to say.
Hey, but this would have me rolling though for a minute, right? Because he said people marrying robots is a whole different ball game, and I forget that EazilyRigged actually had a conversation about the sex bots or whatever, right? Well, no, sex dolls. People was marrying the sex dolls first, but
Yeah, we
man,
talked about that. Like it progressed so much now. M3 and Big Rigs, you got to come on the board, Big Rigs. Listen to how it progressed now. It now has a mouth warmer. One, it has an attitude adjustment, a personality. Two, it greets you when you come home. You can program it to go ahead and order your food, your dinner. I mean, it's like Stepford Wife. Like this thing,
you talking about
start talking and walking, it's a wrap for marriage.
Yeah, okay, because we haven't really got down to the nitty gritty yet. What's that, dude? I really wish I could play. I really wish I could play the video, because, but I know YouTube probably gonna take it down anyways, because it was this woman, and she was a robot. I can't remember her name, but they asked her, "What do you think about the world? Something about world domination." And she was explaining, how we could pretty much take out civilization from the face of the earth. And yeah, it was crazy. But then there was another robot that will translate multiple languages, which that's very common. You got technology at your fingertips that could do all those stuff. But the thing is, that robot, right, could actually do some other stuff too, though, like crazy stuff. You know what I mean? So let me see. Where it says, and it's just like how they.
I'm gonna play this. If anybody's seen the Avengers, and people about to make another Jarvis.
Oh, Voltron. Oh yes, the Age of Voltron.
No.
Sorry, here about your dad.
That was Vision, right?
Huh?
Jarvis turned to be Vision, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a new traditional one.
And he got a boost.
Salute, family. What's going on?
84, what's up?
Nothing much, Mr. Best. How you doing?
What's good, man? What's good? Chilling, y'all. I'm chilling.
Wait,
What's good, guys?
84, let me do your intro. All the way from the East. Welcome on the West Coast. He's the beast. Mr. Best in the world. Intellectual SoapBox 84.
Yeah,
hold on. Now I'm doing a hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Stan.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he always giving people shout outs. We got to give him one. Me and him talked about that.
All right, I see Stan, the upcoming shout out man. All right. We do need a secondary shout out though, but I mean, don't take it to offense, Stan, but nobody cannot tell Mr. Best with the shout outs though. Okay, but I like your shout outs too, Stan.
Never that. Mr. Best in the world is the best, but you too, M3.
Oh, I don't shout out.
Oh man, when you tell everybody to stop and hold on, when she come in like thunder, I'm looking for like Storm. I'm like, where's she at? I'm getting away from the window, turn off the
TV. Well, I have my exclusives. You know what I mean? Shout out to she stole my thunder. But but yeah. Anyways, Mr. Best, we were just talking about technology no longer need us in the year 2023. Now, people say I went too far ahead of it.
I don't know. I think technology makes a lot of advances, but I think the biggest thing, technology, because people just think technology is just like cell phones and robots and battery cars and all that. But no, technology is anything that's innovative to society. So remember, people were riding on horses, right? And then went from the horse to now people were riding on trains. And you went from trains, then you went to cars. You know what I'm saying? So that's technology. You know what I mean? Where we go from one thing to another, that's technology. You know what I mean? Everything advances more and more and more. And that's what life's supposed to be about. And it's all about making people not softer people. I know some people think it makes people softer. It doesn't make people softer. It just makes life more comfortable. You know what I mean? That's what technology is supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think the people who's riding horse and buggy was happy when the car was invented? Yeah, I bet you they were. You know what I'm saying? You don't think people who, you know what I'm saying, were, you know, who had to walk everywhere, now they can ride a train, you don't think they were happy? Yes, they were. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you went from the car. Now you got the you got a plane. You got a plane that can take you to different parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, dude, like that's how life is. It's always gonna be innovative. You know what I mean? So that's how it is, man. You know what I mean? And that's how life is always gonna be. There's always gonna be an invention that people come up with. You know what I'm saying? You know, like before you had an electric stove, you know what I'm saying? Before you had the
Oh man, I love those electric stoves too.
Yeah, I know.
Induction.
Yeah, but you know, before everything was gas, you know what I'm saying? So go from gas to electric. Like that's just life, man. Life is built on making life, you know, a lot easier for everybody all the time. And I think, you know, people are like, well, we need to go back to the olden days. It's never going to go back, because you want to go back to the olden days? Okay, give me your cell phone. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Give me all the luxuries that you use to make your life easier if you want to go back to the olden days. So that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, I always tell people, when you take away something, just like they want to take away certain freedoms from people, when you take away something, remember, it's going to have a ripple effect. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, now, now I am a strong advocate of conveniency, right? Now, just for the sake of live streams, just push back, right? Now, for the sake of the attention to be convenient, will the harmful part will make it people lazier? Because I know it's supposed to be convenient, but as people became lazy over time because of the art of conveniency.
I mean, yeah, you listen. Yeah. That's the thing. You're supposed to be.
You're supposed to be lazy?
You're supposed to live in more and more comfort. That's the goal of life. The goal in life is to reduce stress by all means possible. They don't have to invent a light rail that goes from Sac all the way to San Diego. Are they gonna invent one? You're damn sure right they are.
Yeah, they're working on it right now.
Yeah. Life is about convenience. It's about convenience and about money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, if you're thinking about like how the world operates, it operates on money and how can I make my life more comfortable?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it used to be a machine. Hold on 1 second, Grizz. It used to be a machine where it would take me like an hour to make coffee. Now I just pop a little thing up in there. I hit the button and coffee right there.
Right? Get them. Right?
The Jetsons. Press that button.
Hey, guess what? We're almost. I'm playing this. I'm not saying like we're getting there. I'm playing. So I do a lot of research about technology, bruh. Like, there's certain inventions that help you wipe your own butt. Literally, there's things where it's where I can't really explain it, but like if you go on the internet right now and look up different types of inventions, they have so many different things to like make your life whole. Like, especially if you're rich, there's certain things that rich people get that we don't, that makes your life a whole lot more easier.
Say that one more time, Chris. The last part.
I said that the rich people, they literally get there's certain inventions, there's certain things, luxuries that they get that the common people can't even really look and fathom about, like being able to go to one place to another place without being seen, or being able to do their hair certain ways and type a little bit. Oh, I know what? DJ Khaled got a present from, I think, Drake or somebody. It was a toilet. It has, like, the toilet had, like, luminescent lighting. It had heated seating. It had like all the luxuries that you're gonna have just by sitting on the toilet, bro. Like, and that's just like one of the things.
Yeah, it's like basically like if you know what I mean. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No. Okay. So also, so let's say that you don't want to flip a light switch, or okay, if anybody has seen the Demolition Man, you can walk into your house and say lights illuminate, or you can actually walk into the frame of your doorway, and the lights will automatically come on, and everything will come on to your specifications. But that's only if you have that bread.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's how life is about. That's what happens within life. Like you go from one thing to another. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And we all can benefit from it if we use it wisely. Anything you overuse, even if you eat too much things, even if you eat too many things that's healthy, that's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's taken to an extreme can be bad for you. So I don't want people just thinking that, you know what I'm saying, that a whole bunch of like technology all the time is just the greatest thing in the world. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying essentially is the simple fact that, you know, that's what life is about. Life is about convenience. And I gave you innovations over time. You know what I'm saying? You know, we was lighting candles before. Now we got the light bulb. No more candles no more. Buy candles. You know what I mean? You had the payphone. Who's seen a payphone? I ain't seen a payphone since I've been in the airport. You gotta go to like an airport or someplace like that to possibly get a payphone. You know what I mean?
My school has a payphone.
Huh? Say it again?
My school has a payphone.
Yeah, like a school or a hospital, something like that, they'll have a payphone, or an airport, they'll have a payphone. But rather than that, ain't no payphones. You know what I'm saying? So everything's cell phone now. So that's how it is, man. Remember back in the day you had to go to the library to use a computer? All that
stuff. Yep. I remember that.
Not no more.
Even the library's online. That's the crazy part. Your public library is online.
Exactly. I didn't talk. I don't know if y'all know this too. So you know how like we have a cell phone and everything like that, right? So there's a video phone where you can video chat. Like it's not a cell phone, but it's like a house telephone, but with video. And it's not what I think they're trying to push that earlier, but I don't think it really took off though.
Yeah, is it like through Facebook? If I remember, they had something similar like that.
No. Just like a whole separate thing from away from Facebook. Okay, you know how like we had the house phone, right? So instead of you picking up the phone, you can press a button, and I can actually talk to you on video as my house phone.
Wow. Yeah, that's a little too much for me.
Wait, you mean it's just like like regular FaceTime, but you just press a button and then that's when you call people?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's necessary though. I mean, I don't know. You have to preset all those things though. That's a little too much work.
And or watch this. If you really want to be funny, you can actually link up your cell phone to your. You can link up your cell phone to your smart TV, and you can actually make a phone call that way.
Yeah, that happens through Echo. Yeah. But there's one app. Oh, go ahead, in3. I was going to tell you about the app that's similar to that.
Well, what's the name of the app?
It's called Duel. Duel is scary, right? Because
I got that.
You got that, right? So when the other person is calling you, you can see them, and that spooked me out. I was throwing my phone away. So I'm like, man, they can see me? I ain't even asked for it.
yo, that was my first experience. I was like, oh shoot, like let me go ahead and grab some clothes or something. Like, how the fuck you seeing me? But yeah, I'm like, that was crazy though, and I didn't even know at the time. Like, you call, this is the thing, when you call people, you don't know, you're not consciously aware that other people's calling you, so you could be picking your nose or whatever. You could be doing some other goofy shit, right? And yeah, man, it's crazy. That was a crazy setup that they had. But I feel you. When they first did that, I literally thought, like, wait a minute, how's this person seeing me while the phone is ringing?
Yeah. Oh, you could see them, and it was like, nah, I don't like this. I took Duel off. I was like, nah, I ain't signed up for this. That creeped me out.
I got Duel.
I mean, I'm for sure there's an option where you could turn the previews off, but I hear you though.
But hey, like what 84 says, it's here, and man, we gotta make peace with it.
Use it wisely.
I mean, because technology right now, man, it's only going to continue to advance. That's all there's to it.
All right, guys, gotta go. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.
All right, for sure, Mr. Best. Yeah. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the live stream anyway. So,
all right.
But to close it out, let me see. What if you don't want to answer the call? I'll just just let it ring or just hang up.
Yeah, hang up.
I threw it away. I threw my phone away and just ran away and wait for it to stop. Then I took it off.
Oh man!
Oh my god!
Hey, it looked like Harry Potter. I ain't signed up for this.
Oh, it's cute, man.
I didn't hear about this time for this.
Yeah, man. It's a little different for like WhatsApp app or Facebook or even your iPhone. When somebody calls, you have a choice to accept it, but you don't see the other side of it. With Duel, man, you're seeing them, and they waving at you, telling you to pick up the phone. That thing creeped me out. I'm like,
Yo, man, that would be They should have like a compilation of like moments when like when people call you, and you see them, and they're not conscious aware, so they're just doing some like weird shit, and they get caught. But yeah, you might be dropping a dude.
But hey, M3, I hope and Grizzly, I don't know if you guys seen on Instagram, and I probably put in the group chat where the AI is mixing people's voices. So they had like Timberland did something like he never got a chance to work with Biggie, so he used Biggie's voice for a track of his. They got Whitney Houston singing over Mariah Carey tracks. It doesn't sound like Whitney Houston. It's kind of sound like it's a mixture of Whitney Houston and Christina Aguilera, whatever her name was.
Aguilera.
Aguilera, that's there you go, Aguilera. But they're coming up with something for that because they got something where they got like Drake is singing one of those I forgot that K-pop song, Cupid, and it's like, yeah, for the music world, like that's too much. Like they don't want that.
So to get more technical on you guys, be careful what you put on the internet. Well, everybody telling me this at the same time too. Because people can literally take your voice imprints. They can take your basically, you know how our voice and our thumb it's like this imprint. So they can actually take your voice and kind of mix it and match it and do whatever they want with it.
Well, think about the telemarketers. That's why I don't even say hello no more. I just say like, who's speaking? Because the thing is like, or don't say yes, don't say hello, okay? Because sometimes like when they call and your first reaction is like hello, or they'll have like a person that says like, are you such and such? You'd be like yes, and then they already got your voice sample, so they hang up, and they're gonna use that same voice sample to create other samples. Since now you have AI technology. You can use your voice sample to pretty much like write up an entire dialogue, stuff. Yeah. Man, this is one technology, bro. Like, and I don't know if I have it with me, but you could take an image and you could make the image talk. Like, you could bring the image to life, dude. And let me see if hopefully
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's called hold on, it's a DI. I think it's called ID dash 8 something. Hold on. DI dash.
Have you ever guys seen that? It's a Black Panther thing. There's this video where it's a video on YouTube where they have Basinga, what is his name? The very first Black Panther. What's his name? Just like an AI version of like the of the very first Black Panther.
Yeah, I mean that it goes up there with the holograms, right? When you got Whitney Houston hologram and a Tupac hologram and a Michael Jackson hologram. I mean, like nobody, you paying to see the images perform, but it's not the actual people. I know Prince was against it. Yeah. Because I mean, like you look at like what's that going to do to creativity as a whole?
Right. You know what I mean? We are.
Bashinga. So go into YouTube and look up Bashinga, the very first Black Panther. There's an AI video about it.
Okay. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to. Okay. How do I get to this? I'm sorry, hold on. Give me a quick second. Oh, what's my... Oh wait, hold on, Stan. I can't let you play that. That'll be copyright, you know?
This thing, I thought I had it muted. My bad. I just sent it to the group.
Oh, okay. I like holograms. Oh yeah, especially like the Tupac hologram, dude. That was my favorite. And then they had the Michael Jackson one.
Right.
Okay. Here. Okay. Okay. Now I got it. Let me do a screen share real quick. Okay. Here it is. All right. Don't mind the muscular women, okay? But I was doing that for show. Anyways, so this was images that I used from Midjourney, okay? And so these are still images, all right? Now, one, if you notice, have like a green background, a green screen in the back. So I pressed this, right? And I'm going to play this real quick.
Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. Tonight's topic, should our people conform to American culture, will be a must. Catch us live tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. April 20th, 2023.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And it all came up from an image. Like, you know, it's like I had to like they had the neck moving a little bit. Like they gave her teeth. Okay. Yeah. Some sort of expression to it. Let me see. Even this one real quick. Let me see.
Hello, this is a test.
And then you could give it a voice.
My name is Nuria. I would like to see how this program will work. Let me know what.
So the technology is called D-ID.com or something like that, studio or whatever. And you know, the free one, like there's a limited free version where like they'll give you a little bit of time and then you can kind of upload like still images, and once it's uploaded, they'll make those images talk basically.
Wait, so it's D-ID what?
You just type in D-ID, and then just go on Google search and you'll find it. It'll be like studio.d-id.com.
Creative Reality Studio.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. And
I posted a video in 30 seconds. Oh, wow.
So
that means even actors gonna be out of the jobs too.
Oh Lord Jesus! Hey, that's my profession, bro.
Actors and voiceover actors, they're gonna be out of jobs.
Bro, I do voiceovers too. Come on.
Hey, well, they won't need you anymore, Gris. Thank you for your services, but you're fired.
Right? I ain't afraid to take that.
I can take an image from Gris and then make him talk, and then have somebody else do the voiceover for Gris. Or I can just type it in and choose a voiceover.
How dare you, sir?
You know?
Dude, I know. You know what? I'm not. You know what? Just for keeps and giggles, do it. I dare you.
Say again?
I said, do it. Do it.
Oh, I definitely would, but I ran out of my free credits though. So,
okay.
There is a black female model, and she's AI, and she's been around for 4 years. But the creators are white, and they use her, and they've been getting money based on her image. And now people are talking about the ethical, like, wait a minute. Although it's someone they created, but it's not like they created for a book. There could have been like a model's job. So they created the perfect black woman, and they're getting paid for the ad campaign because they just created this model.
That's Jackie.
I mean, that's pretty smart. You can't really hate on them for doing that, because like that's why we as the people need to group up and start utilizing our talent so that we can start creating models, for our people as well too, and get paid. Yeah. Like Kanye West says, man, look, you do all the stuff, man, but the white man get paid off of all of that. I forgot how it goes in the song, but the point is, man, like even with ChatGPT, like I said, there's a video where a guy literally made his own meme coin, crypto coin, and sold that for $22 million.
Whoa!
The coin, and ChatGPT told him step by step, because he don't know how to do code, but the website knows how to do the code and will build the code for him.
Wow!
So other people have been doing the same thing, making code and selling it for like 1,000, selling it for millions and all that. Like, this is technology that if you ask it, how can I make money right now?
That right there.
Yeah. But everybody wants to play.
But here's the thing that's crazy, right? Can you imagine last year you finally graduated from college and you took out loans for $100,000 to do code, to work at Google, to find out that Irona. I'm just saying, like, we all know, we all have friends who went to school, took all these loans, selling feet pictures, going. Driving Lyft. People take these loans. And here this computer comes right along And straight up, not even an app. It's like you could just go ahead, go Google search it, and there it is. And people just send a request and they get it for free. Like, hey, I got GoDaddy.com. Can you go ahead and write the whole thing from me? And all that money. And then you trying to like, you know what? I can make money selling my feet pictures again. And now we go to AI like, hey, I need some new feet pictures. And then
Yo, hey, hold on. Hold on. Right now, Bing, Microsoft Bing, the web browser, like they have their little ChatGPT thing, right? And they're working on like whenever you type in something, in the next update, you can type in like to create your own pictures. So by words, like you say, hey, like I want a picture of a feet, kind of like Midjourney. You type in beautiful picture of feet or whatever, right? Ultra realistic. And then you just sell that thing right to like OnlyFans, where like you know these simps or whatever, they will buy a whole bunch of like body part pics or whatever. Yo, that's like, hey man, look.
Oh my Lord!
I'm community, but I might have to create an OnlyFans account, right? And, but hold on, pause, right? Pause. Okay. I'm not selling no feet pics of myself. I'm not selling my own body. All right. But imagine that's like what's that art thing?
I thought it was a movie, Simone or something like that.
No. But something's happening right now where you can sell your art, right? And it's called
there's the AI art. It's like people create their art on AI and they could sell it, which is kind of.
But it's something else though. And salutes to you, Marcus Law. Thank you for tuning in.
Marcus.
It's like okay. It's like Bitcoin. It's like stock or Bitcoin, but it's something else. God dang it! Because I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, yo, I could create something. I could draw something ridiculous, and then I could sell it for millions of dollars or something at the highest bid. It's called oh my gosh, how can I forget about that? It's like you're literally selling portraits on the website. I don't know if I don't remember it.
Is it stock photos? Is it stock photos?
It's like stock photos, but it's called and it's like it's kind of like in the crypto realm, but it's like with art.
I don't know.
And because I don't know the name of it, I can't really ask Google because Google ain't gonna know what I'm talking about.
So do you use like actual money to purchase?
Yeah, but like you create your art, right? And it's like you sell it like like cryptocurrency. Come on, Chad, help me out, Chad. You know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know.
No, that I didn't know. I didn't know about I know people was like going against the AI art. That's what I do know. Like people are against it. I didn't know that people were creating AI art and selling it. That's new.
South Park made a joke of that too, though. It's fudge, man. This is hella important for me because I wanna put it out there because once I can put it out there, I can go to the and someone will be like digitized stuff. Hold on, man. It gotta be. It was something, man. Come back to me.
Go ahead, look it up. I want to let people know about. There is something that people can look up right now, and it's free. It's called Bionic Reading. I think somebody mentioned in the chat like they're scared of reading out loud, but I do know with Bionic Reading, what it does, it emphasizes on the letter or like the first two letters of each word or one letter on each word, and it helps you to read a lot faster. So check it out, Bionic Reading.
Bionic Reading?
Yeah. Oh, okay. NFTs. That's what I was trying to say. NFTs.
Oh, NFT? Oh, they allowed that
Yeah.
stuff now? I thought they got rid of that.
I thought they got rid of that too.
Yeah, I thought they stopped the NFT.
You sure?
I thought. I could be wrong because they were like going after cryptocurrencies so the government can have its own. Wait, let me not say it out loud. Like, is it safe?
He's talking how to sell NFT art and rake up big bucks. Create a digital wallet. Okay, choose an NFT marketplace. Buy cryptocurrency. Connect your wallet to an NFT marketplace. Upload the file you want to turn to an NFT. Set up an auction for a fixed price. Add a description to sell your NFT. Pay the license fee to sell your NFT. Okay. How to sell NFT art in 2023.
So there's a licensing fee. Okay. I was wondering, like, the people who make the programs, are they making their money?
Come on. The only time that the GOV will shut anything down if they can't get a piece of the pie. But as long as there's some type of fee, it goes towards the GOV. So, but
it's crazy when we think about Hamilton and then you think about King George, and it's funny how the United States is now King George. But I love America. Just in case ICE is listening.
You know what? I'm not afraid to say this. They listen to conversations anyway. I have a love-hate relationship with America. So,
America, oh America.
Okay, so that's a topic for another time. I'm not gonna go in. I have a deep conversation about that, but that's a topic for another time. But all I'll say is like I said, AI, they're listening right now, and like, you know what? They're listening right now. I hope y'all listen and do not take my voice in print. I will be mad if I hear my voice somewhere else.
Man, they already got so many samples of you, but they can't really utilize some of your samples because, like, you got the snap, crackle, and pop type of sound, Grizz. You're like, man,
hey, you know what? I am great. Hey, but you know what though?
You got the burner
AI is that's what I call it AI. They might be able to buffer it out and use it for something else.
Good luck with that. So the AI companies that want to steal your voice, they're gonna be mixing a long time, man. But yeah, man. Yo, this was a great conversation. First off, Stan, thank you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you for being the first to come up. Grizz, thank you for coming up as well too. Shout out to Sophisticated Jerk and Mr. Best in the World for coming up as well too and lending your voices, and also shout out to Jade Takashi. So it was definitely good conversations.
Don't forget B-Eazy.
Oh, and B-Eazy that because B-Eazy came up when I left, and then I came up and then he bounced afterwards. But shout outs to B-Eazy Dat Dude, especially for the things that he put into for Knowledge and relationships with the graphics. So shout outs to him. Shout outs to Big Rick Slaps in the building. Shout outs to Quantum Love, Marcus. Shout outs to everybody that's tuning in. Shout outs to the people from Twitch Gang. Shout outs to Altar, or I should say Aiden, because he said Aiden would be easier. And shout outs to On the Spot Live, Wealth Talk Productions, Wally, and shout outs to She Stole My Thunder, Mimsy Limbs, excuse me, Kings and Dreams. Thank you everybody for donating your super chats. Definitely appreciate that a whole lot. Hers is blue. What's the difference? Let me see. Hold on. Probably because she's from Canada, right? So they gave her a special Canadian color. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look. See, they made sure. Okay, whatever she donate, it equal up to California $5, right? But they highlighted her in blue, so that's pretty interesting. Other than that, Sophisticated Jerk and Kings of Dreams, regular $5, but I get the special Canadian $5. So shout outs to our Canadian sister. She stole my thunder. And as always, bada bang that like button, everyone. Always make sure you guys get the likes up and continue to share the video so other people can subscribe. So with that being said, we are definitely out, everyone. So peace out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more stuff. So peace.
Knowledge and relationships.